This is a great story, interesting about the cozy relationship between Politico and MSNBC. And the Daily Caller did an analysis of 1 week total of MSNBC's broadcast, and they identified at least 24 appearances by Politico reporters and editors. So over the course of this, 9 out of 16 showcased at least one of Politico's editors and reporters. What do you think about this story, Dana?
Well, I don't watch that network, so
good answer so far.
I've heard that they're on a lot, and I certainly follow on Twitter and everything. And it is cozy, it is convenient. I guess like somebody might look at another network and say that there's that type of a thing, but they have they seem to work in tandem.
But you know what I found, Bob? You tell me this. Why would Politico decide to do this? They were in the middle. They started off just as a political blog that's getting a lot of respect, and now they've tacked to the left. What's the business strategy with that?
It's not necessarily a business strategy. If the whole idea of this segment here is to say that Politico is more liberal, the answer is yes, of course it is, and it started that way. You look at the reporters on it, and most of them have been more liberal than otherwise. But their stories have been pretty good and solid, and they do have a good. I think they've got a good magazine.
Their stories may be solid, but they're more than tacking to the left. They're left. They've become a left wing.
Well,
but look at the numbers, though. Because he's right about this.
Jonathan Martin, aka Mr. Betsy Fisher. He's getting married to Betsy Fisher. He was the lead writer of the story on Herman Cain, who outed the sexual accusation on Herman Cain.
138
They ran
stories.
138 stories on Herman Cain. Meanwhile, when all the other stuff that was going on in the Obama administration, Solyndra, 9 stories. Fast and Furious. 3 stories.
Well, when it's your own story and you're breaking it, it stands to reason that you would do that. Although I would say I talked to 2 different reporters this week, one from, 2 major papers, and I asked, the Politico allegations against Herman Cain, if you had that same information, would you have run with it? And the woman I really respect, she said it wouldn't have passed muster in my newsroom.
Well, but look, you're right. They did break a story, and they are going to run with it. You can argue the Huffington Post is way to the left, but Politico, in terms of their straight reporting, is pretty good. Their editorial is more liberal. There's no question about that. MSNBC, we know where they are. I mean, they've gone past me, which is remarkable. I don't think I'd be a conservative if I was on a panel at MSNBC.
It's true.
But I wouldn't do it because nobody would be watching.
Well, they're certainly willing.
And I wouldn't get paid.
They're certainly willing to report on the Bachmann headache issues. They are certainly willing to have, I remember, full front page stuff on Perry. Every time he made a gaffe, it was all Perry, all up front.
So you're the one who's watching.
No, I read Politico every morning. I watch MSNBC.
They're also the ones who started the story about Obama.
You watch the morning show.
They're also the ones who started the story about Obama being depressed. Now, I mean, you could argue all you
That was the New York Times.
That's it.
That was the New York Times.
But they do. They have regular featured segments on all the morning shows on MSNBC, Morning Joe, Political Briefing, Andrea Mitchell reports, also on Political Playbook. I mean, hey, they got a sweet, cozy deal.
By the way, I understand one of the other cable news networks is going to try to follow the 5 and have a morning talk show like this. Good luck.
Good luck. Wouldn't want to be ya. All right.